Hello, my name is Rob. I'm a tour guide and the founder of Trip Hacks DC Tours. Every once in a while, someone asks me, why should I sign up for a guided tour? Aren't the monuments and museums in Washington, D.C. already free? And that is a perfectly valid question. So, in the next few minutes, I'm going to tell you 4 reasons why I think you should sign up for one of our tours. Reason number 1. Tours are about way more than just information. It's true that you can go on Wikipedia right now and get some really solid facts about the Lincoln Memorial, the Washington Monument, and all of the Washington, D.C. sites. So people sometimes say, why pay for information that's already free? And the inside secret is that tours are way more than just the information from Wikipedia. Sure, we'll tell you the facts because it would be irresponsible not to, but a good tour will tell you the stories behind all of the sites. Tours are meant to be entertaining. They're designed to be fun. Think about it like going to a movie based on a real life event. Sure, you could read the Wikipedia page for that event and get all of the facts. But you pay to go to the movies because it's presented in a fun and entertaining way that just the information alone isn't. Plus, you have to be honest with yourself. Are you really going to do all of that work to read up and study all of our sites before you arrive? So that it's then your job to self-guide your own tour on your own vacation? Some people will, and that's great. But I personally would not. And that's why when I travel, I am such a connoisseur of tours. So if you're a traveler like me, then a guided tour is the absolute best way to experience a new place. Reason number 2, you get to ask questions. This is definitely the most underrated part of any tour. See, the thing that people don't always appreciate about the monuments and memorials in Washington, D.C. is that they are jam-packed with symbolism. Absolutely packed. And unlike going to a museum where each exhibit has a written description telling you what you're looking at, our monuments have a lot of embedded messages. So being able to ask as many questions as you want is a huge benefit. And I love when people on tours ask me questions. It's one of the best parts of giving the tour. So go ahead and ask as many questions as you want. And even try to stump your tour guide. Reason number 3. Tours are efficient. When you're in a new place, even with Google Maps, it still takes some time to really get your bearings. The National Mall in Washington, D.C. is interesting because it's the place where many of our big sites are located, but they're also somewhat spaced apart. So while it's totally doable for someone who's physically able to do a walking route among the sites, having an efficient walking route is incredibly valuable. It takes about 3 hours to see all of the major monuments memorials on a Trip Hacks DC tour. But I've had people tell me that it took them twice as long to see the sites on their own because they didn't really know what they were doing. So if your time and energy is valuable, then think about a guided tour. And reason number 4. Your tour guide is also your concierge. When you're on a guided tour, you don't have to ask questions just about the sites that you're looking at. On Trip Hacks DC tours, there's a decent amount of walking from one site to the next. And that is an excellent time to ask your tour guide about some of the other aspects of your trip. What their favorite restaurants are, whether they know about any special events that are happening during the days that you're in town. Almost every tour guide that I have ever met has wanted the people on their tours to have a great time in their city. With so many travel options out there, if you choose to come to Washington, D.C., and you choose to come on tour with us, we are going to do everything we possibly can to make sure that you have a memorable trip. Something that you will remember and talk about for a long time. And hey, if you made it this far in the video and you do want to go on one of our Trip Hacks DC guided tours, you can click or tap on the Capitol Dome on the left side of my head. That'll send you right over to triphacksdc.com where you can see all of the tours that we offer. Enjoy your trip!